Hey everyone, welcome back to Fit Mom Mia. Today we will be doing some meal preps and I will be showing you some different foods that I will be meal prepping today for myself, some healthy options that you can try. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's get cooking. Alright everyone, so I sped up this video so that it could go a little bit faster for you, but basically I have my containers here. As you can see, these plastic containers, I like to use these with my meal preps because they're small enough where they can fit into the refrigerator and you can stack them on top of each other. Now, one thing that I do have here is a scale to weigh my food, and the reason why I'm weighing my food is because right now this is cutting season and I want to make sure that I am measuring out the proper protein and my sides. So I'm really paying attention on how much I'm having. So what I do is I use a bowl, I put it on top of the scale, make sure that you zero it out, and then what I'm doing, I'm starting off with the ground turkey here, and I'm just going to weigh the ground turkey. Now, what I did for my meals, I did about 4 ounces of ground turkey, and it doesn't have to be exactly 4, but I definitely just try to make sure that it was close. So I just put it into that bowl there, and I might have put too much in here. I don't remember. Yeah, that's right. I did. So I took some out, but essentially I'm doing 4 ounces. Now, fun fact, if you are trying to build more muscle, you're doing like a bodybuilding, muscle gaining, whatever that you're trying to do on that end, I would go more on the protein. So maybe do like 6 ounces or more depending. I know if you're a guy and you're a big dude, you're probably not going to do 4 ounces of protein. You're going to want more. So that makes so much sense to do that. But for me personally, I'm just going to stick with the 4 ounces for this. Like I said, I'm trying to drop some weight right now. My building season is over. So as you can see, that's what it looks like in the container. And I'm taking some out the first one because I put too much in there. I think I had like 5 ounces. So I'm just going to continue on with putting the ground turkey within the containers. Now, I will say it does get annoying eating the same thing over and over, but because my lifestyle is so busy, to grab these containers to go, it's so helpful. So it's actually pretty good just to like make this all out. But I did about 7 meals with the ground turkey. So I'm just finishing up adding my kale here. For the kale, I didn't really measure it because I like to have a lot of green vegetables in my bowl, but if you want to measure it, that's fine. Now in this pot I do have rice and beans, so I will actually measure that, and I did about 1 cup of rice and beans. So make sure that you try to measure your starch out, especially if you're trying to lose weight or you want to shred. Like I said, the vegetables, that's not really a big deal, but to me it's not. Like if it's a starchy vegetable, then that may be another thing, like a potato or something, but for me, having kale is not a big deal. It's not a lot of calories, so I would definitely just measure out your starches. So this is what it looks like with the ground turkey, kale, and rice and beans. And I use brown rice because I tend to like that better. It's actually a lot healthier. You just make sure you season it well, because it doesn't really hold seasoning like white rice does. That's why people tend to not like it. So what I'm doing here is just putting the lids on and storing it on the side. I couldn't find the lids, so I just put extra containers on top of each other just to cover it real quick, because I didn't want the food just sitting out. So I'm just moving everything so that I can add more food on here. So right now I have some potatoes that I am putting into my container. Now essentially I'm doing about maybe a little bit less than a cup of potatoes. So for this particular one, it's going to be more starchy. So this is the day where I'm doing like heavy lifting and I need more carbs to replenish my muscles. So I'm doing potatoes and carrots, and the reason why is because that's what I cooked and that's what I had, so that's what I'm putting together. But again, it's veggies. It's not like, it's not like I have to lose a ton of weight or anything. I'm just cutting, like, it's summer's about to come. I'm doing extra cardio now, so that's why I decided to meal prep and make these particular meals. So just adding the carrots there and some juices, because who likes dry food, right? So next I have my potatoes and carrots. So now I'm going to add my chicken breast that I baked, and I have like a herb sauce on top. And I actually am going to weigh out the chicken. So for the chicken, I'm doing about 4 ounces. I think it was a little bit more than 4 ounces, but whatever. You get the point. So I'm just going to cut that up in the container and continue to weigh it all out. Now, I will say it's very important to choose food that you won't get tired of eating. If you know that you're going to get tired of chicken breast, don't cook chicken breast for a week. That would be really stupid. So just make sure it's food that you actually like. And for me, I don't really have this combination much. So this for me was fine. But I will say after like the 3rd day of having the same foods, I will start getting annoyed, and I won't necessarily have to have breakfast food. I could just eat one of these containers for breakfast and then lunch or dinner or whatever. It's just like a grab and go meal. So as you can see, I poured the juice inside the containers because I don't want nothing to be dry. White potatoes tend to be dry. Chicken breast can be dry. So you want to make sure you have all the juice in there. So when you heat it back up, it's not disgusting. Just being honest. But these are really healthy meals. Like I said, I baked the chicken, I baked the potatoes as well, and then I steamed the carrots on top of the stove. So I didn't really use a lot of fattening stuff. I just use seasoning. For my seasonings, I use like seasoning salt or garlic salt, and then I put some herbs in there just to spice it up a little bit. But other than that, like, I don't really use a ton of crazy sauces or whatever. I mean, if you want to, you can do whatever you want. I'm just showing you what I would typically do, and especially when I'm really busy and I need to make sure that I have something to eat and it's quick, it's a grab and go, but it's healthy at the same time. Alright guys, that's it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Bye!